joining us. This is Arise Africa.
Good day, Africa, and welcome to the program Arise Africa on African Broadcasting Network. I'm so excited to be here. I don't know about you.
And from wherever you're watching, you're welcome to another edition of Arise Africa. And I can assure you, you're not going to have a dull moment.
Oh, yes.
I'm so excited to be here also, being a Nigerian, being an African lady.
Yes, it's going to be fun today, trust me, because we're going to give you a lot of things that is going to spice up your day. My name is Joy Osai.
And I'm Temi Akwirene.
And I'm Promise Okoyade.
And today we are going to be anchoring today's episode together. And today
we have a lot in stock. We have the African proverbs and something on tomatoes. That's our health corner.
And we also have the misconception of colors, looking at color blocking.
Yes, just like what you're wearing right now, because I'm
I think you're also guilty too.
Yeah, sure.
Or we'll know about that when we get to that.
Anyway, it's true. We're going to find out about that when we get back on set. But for now, let's have some African proverbs. Don't go anywhere.
Glad to have you join us. This is still Arise Africa. We just took you on our African proverbs. And Joy, if I must say, the second one really caught my attention.
Also myself.
You know, the camel does not see the bend on its neck. And it's something that is synonymous to each and every one of us in the society today. You know, seeing the fault in others and not seeing yours. It is easy to point accusing fingers. You know, we all have fallen victim to that. I
have.
Okay, that's what we actually call political behaviors in organization. Yes, when you try to pick on people
Without seeing your own.
Like they say, the words of our fathers are words of wisdom. So,
if you're just joining us, the program is still Arise Africa, and we are going to talk about child minding for our first segment. I don't know if you guys know what child minding is all about.
I think I am just hearing that maybe for a second time, I guess. And I didn't really bother to find out what it really means. So, Promise, you have
hearing that for the first time too.
Okay, for the first time. So what's child minding?
Anyway, I'm not going to tell you about that, so you sit back and relax. Viewers too, don't go anywhere, because we are going straight into the topic, child minding, for now. The Bible said, train up a child the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. On this segment of the program, we are going to be looking at child minding, the way you should put up a child, so that when the child is old, that child will not depart from it. To discuss this topic with me is Mrs. Ogundipe. Madam, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's my delight to be here.
Yes, and it's good to have you with us today.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you very much. You see, we are talking about child minding. Okay, so we're looking at the children right now. And for those people who are joining us for the very first time, and some of them don't really know what child minding is. So for the sake of the people who are viewing us today for the very first time, could you tell us what is child minding?
Okay. Everybody knows what child minding is. It's just the word child minding. Otherwise, the popular name for child minding or child minding is nanny. A child minder is a nanny, which is what is very common. And who is a nanny? A nanny is somebody that takes care of other people's children for a reward. So the person that does that is a child minder. Just like you have engineering and engineers. That is it.
Very short and simple. Someone who is taking care of other people's children for rewards are called child minders. Now, I believe there are policy, there are ways that these child minders, they have to behave, because whatever you give to a child, that is what that child will grow up with. So if you have a positive attitude, the child has a positive one. And if you have the negative, the child has the negative one. So could you tell us some of the policy of the child minders?
Well, before we look into the policy, we have basically two types of child minding. You have the registered child minders and the non-registered child minders. The registered child minding or registered child minding home is a registered place where you keep children. That one is like a school where people call a daycare center. This, you know, popularly called a daycare center. That's a child minding home. There, the home have their policy that people bring in their children, because the registered childminders don't go to the parents. The parents come to the registered childminders, and you have to adhere to their policies. Some childminding institutions, they tell you the age bracket of the children. Usually, you give children from 3 months to maybe 8 years, or till maybe their early teens, say 13, 14. You put them in childminding homes. So, some child-minding homes will tell you they don't take infant, they don't take children less than 1 year. Some will tell you, oh, even if it's 1 month, or even as long as you can release your child, the child is welcome. But on the whole, it depends on the institution that gives the policy or the rules and regulations. Then for the unregistered childminder, you that is employing the person, you give the policy or you dictate the pace. You decide what you want in a person or that should be taking care of your child or not. That's it.
You said there are different kinds of child minding, the registered on and the ones that are unregistered. The ones that are registered are the ones you go and they give you the policy, they give you the rules, what they want and what you don't want. Now, is it that those children you take to the ones that have been registered, those children you take there for them to take care of, they tell you what and what to do. Ask the mother, and you face or you pass through their rules and regulations because they are the ones taking care of that child at that particular time. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for the ones that you have in the house, before you employ them to make them your own child minders that take care of your child, do you give them rules? Are there rules that you pass to them? And what are the qualities you look up onto before you make them a child minder in your home?
Yeah, that one is relative, and come to think of it, you pay both, whether the registered or the non-registered, you pay. The difference between the registered and the non-registered is the registered, you go to them to say they should keep your child, so you take your child to where they are. But the non-registered, you get the person to come, you decide whether the person will come and stay 24/7 in your house, or the person will come spend 12 hours, or maybe 3 times in a week just to take care of the child when you will not be at home. That's the difference between the registered and the non-registered. Otherwise, it's your money, you pay for both, because they are doing their job to get a reward, which is your money. But if you are the one that is bringing that for the non-registered child minding system, of course, the terms depends on the individual. It's relative. Some people want to be, it depends on your religious background as well. Some take into consideration the academic background. You want at least somebody that is enlightened, that can teach your child good English, good character. You know, some will say they want somebody that is from their tribe that can teach the good custom. You know, some will say they want somebody that will give the religious background. Some don't mind, as long as this person will be around to take care of my child. I'll be around to monitor or to, you know, to supervise whatever the person is doing. So the policy is actually relative. There is no fixed policy to say this is the way it should be. It depends on who and who is involved.
Like, we've seen some cases, or have heard of some cases, whereby child minders have problems even with their superiors because of the child that they're actually taking care of. You know, and at the end of the day, it even results to sometimes a police issue, and yeah, issue like, oh, this, because of this, my child had to have HIV and all that. Is there any health status that you need to check on before you get a child minder for your children?
Of course, generally, it's advisable that child minders are usually strangers that come into your home and you try to make familiar with your own family. So there are basic family norms you have in your home that you must try to, you know, either inculcate or make sure the person already has or believe. For instance, as a Christian, I don't think I want a Muslim or a traditionalist as a childminder. Of course not, because definitely, whether you like it or not, directly or indirectly, they are impacting some spirits, consciously or unconsciously, into these little children that are coming up. So you should take your kind. That is one. The secondly, of course, these days you advise medical checkup. You do the spiritual screening, which is maybe prayer. Yes, you
do
pray.
the spiritual screening.
Oh yes, it's very necessary to go for spiritual screening because
Seriously?
yes, because the person you're bringing you don't know from Adam, and the person might just be possessed, or the person might just be. We've heard of issues where they say this one they realize that this person is looking for a childminder, and they give the person an agent from the pit of hell to come and disorganize the home and pollute the children of what the parents didn't have. So you first of all do the spiritual cleaning to clear that area first. Then you go to the medical. Maybe go through HIV tests, make sure that this person does not have any terminal illness or something, and maybe somebody that is having heart failure or something and you don't know, and the person comes down. Before you come one day and you see a whole crowd in your house, what's happening? There, your childminder just collapsed. Your child is there crying and nothing.
So
or somebody that is epileptic.
Some
Oh, definitely some screening.
All right, that's a very good one, madam, because of time. But first, before I leave you out of the studio today, I want you to tell us some of the behaviors or some of the qualities you looked out for a childminder.
Ooh, of course a childminder should be somebody that is patient. It takes patience to handle children. Because you have
those
the very infant ones and maybe some with Down syndromes. You need real patience to take care of children. Then you have to be caring. You have to be accommodating. You have to be loving. Then have a right spirit.
And anyone can be a childminder.
I don't think so. No, not everyone, because
I believe as a mother, even if you're not taking care of your personal child, there are other children around you that you can actually take care of.
not all mothers are good mothers. We know that some mothers have failed as mothers. We know that. So it's not everybody that delivers that is a mother. No. The children these days, they deliver. That does not make them mothers. So not everybody is a childminder. You see that some children, they resist some childminders because maybe they don't have clean spirits. Children are very sensitive. So some is their body odor that repels the children. So you have to be very careful.
Anyway, the program is Arise Africa. If you are joining us, we have been talking on child minding, but this is where we are going to draw the curtain of this episode so that we can move over to the other episode. But first word for you viewers out there, if you want to get a child minder, please check very well before you have one in your home. The program is Arise Africa. Don't go away.
An awesome interview with our guests is still Arise Africa. You're welcome back from that segment on child minding. And I must say I have learnt a lot. I don't know about you, Promise.
It's my first time of hearing child minding. But after Mrs. Ogundipe talked about child minding, I think I gained a lot. Every child has the right to be protected from one abuse or the other, whether physically, mentally, or emotionally.
Yes.
That's a very good one, and that is why every Africans out there should consider the fact of having a childminder in their home. It's not a bad idea.
But I don't think I support the idea of a childminder, especially the one that will be coming over to your house, you know, whether for a day or spending the whole time in your house. You know, I would prefer myself and my wife to raise my kids and not having
I think it's
an
coming from the
external
aspect because
factor.
he's a man. He's a man, so he doesn't really know the responsibility of what the woman can carry.
No?
Yes.
You may say so, but I think as a family you could structure and have a plan.
Anyway, I pray God give you a bank as a wife, or give you one career woman as a wife, and then we'll find out if you will need a childminder or not. The program is still Arise Africa. For now, we are going to see something on our entertainment segment talking about the misconception of colors, color blocking, you know.
Yeah, every individual, they wear what they feel like wearing, not minding the kind of colors they wear, not minding the kind of color that fits their skin. But after this segment, we should know what will fit your skin.
Just like what you're wearing, because I actually want to ask you about that. If this color actually fits your skin.
This color actually fits my skin because I'm dark in complexion, so I'm supposed to wear something that is light.
Anyway, we will find out after Promise Okuyade has taken us to the streets asking questions of color blending, and we'll come back to interview our guest on the misconception of colors. It's Arise Africa. Stay tuned.
There is beauty in every color we put on, but what you would see as ugly, some other persons will see something beautiful in it. I am Promise Okuyade on Strict Facts today. Join me as I ask some persons what they think about color blocking, what we also know as color blending.
When you dress in that 3 different colors or 4 different colors, you bring your outfit out. So I don't feel that it's like a color riot. It's something that will fit you out. That at least when people sees you, they will admire it also.
To me, color blocking is putting more than 2 colors together. It's usually bright colors, like you putting, let me say, different color platelets together. Like you have yellow, you have orange and green together to just make yourself look beautiful. You understand? So, but most people say it's color riot, but I think when you do it in proportion, for example, I think it's usually very fine. Yes, but if you overdo it, like putting 5 colors together, I think is out of place. But if you can make 2, 3 colors together, it doesn't have to be. Those days we used to do match. You wear blue up and you wear blue down. But these days you can actually carry a yellow bag and wear a black dress and also maybe a blue slippers. It has to do with proportion and not making it too loud. That's what I think.
Color blending is nice, but if you must blend color, please know how to do it. And promise Okuyade.
You're welcome back to the program Arise Africa on your family station African Broadcasting Network if you are just joining us. And that was Promise Okuyade on Street Facts, where she was asking questions about the misconception of colors. Now let me ask you a question, viewers. What do you know about colors? Do you know how to mix colors? Because a lot of us will wear colors and we just put on clothes, not minding what it would tell on our skin. But on this segment of the program, we have someone who is going to be talking to us about the misconception of colors. She is Miss Odaisy of Odaisy Couture. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Joy.
And it's nice having you here with us. I'm so excited
grateful.
seeing you because you look good.
Thank you so much, and you too. You look good.
Thank you very much. Now, for the sake of the people who are watching this program for the very first time, and you know, when they hear the word color blocking or the misconception of colors, because a lot of us have really missed it, but that is why we're having this segment of the program. So could you tell us what is color blocking?
Color blocking is the mixture of 2 or more colors to your outfits. Okay, it can include your accessories, your shoes, bags, to have that chic, elegant look.
I think I love that word.
Yeah.
Chic, elegant and classy look. When you talk about chic, elegant and classy look, are there kinds of colors you need to put on the top, you need to put on the bottom that will make you have that chic, classy and elegant look?
Okay. Yeah, when you're mixing a color, you first have a neutral color that you can choose from. Okay. And when we say neutral colors, you can have your gold, your black, gray, and some ivory colors, and there are so many colors that are neutral that you know that can fit your skin tone. Then after you have your neutral color, then you now start finding some other colors that is sharp, some bright colors, like shocking fuchsia pink, shocking pink.
Because that is where a lot of Africans actually have problems. What's your intake about these bright colors? Because you're talking about bright colors.
Yeah. Okay. Your skin tone matters. It's not because, okay, I'm dark, I need so much the sharp color to wear so that they'll see that I'm coming. No, not like that. It depends on where you wear it. Okay. Like when we say color blocking, it depends on how you wear the outfit. You can say, okay, I need this sharp look, the color that I'm going to mix with the color. Maybe you say, okay, the skirt will be this color, the top will be this color.
What's the color you're wearing?
This is actually ox blood.
Okay,
in a very dark
and
sense.
And it's going with the one on
gold,
top.
Gold.
Okay, and you have some kind of, I don't know, a kind of cut here?
Yeah. Some accessories, black, that I know it can fit, blend with my shoes.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. And you see my accessory, my necklace, you just pick some colors.
You have the green over there.
Yeah.
And pink and
I'm trying to go wild. You know, when you're choosing color, you have to choose, okay, let me just go wild. Let me pick something that is off the list.
Oh.
So
is that what they actually mean by when you pick colors that is off the list of clothes you wear?
That's when you want to go there, you want to go, as in beyond your comfort zone. Okay, let me just use something. You see me using green now. It's not that everywhere.
All right.
It's just a little bit of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I want to ask you a question because it's really confusing. Now, when you see someone putting on, let me use what you're using as a description.
Okay.
You're putting on the horse blood, the gold, and you have this kind of something that
Black.
accessory at the side that will bring out your look. Now, could you tell us some of the colors that can actually fit our skin types as Africans?
Okay. Like as African, that's where we have to, color blocking mostly deal on plain materials, plain shades of colors.
Okay.
But we as African, we deal more on our African prints. Okay. So when you want to color block those like this I designed for you, you see me going off with the blue.
Yes.
Okay. We use the background color is not that bright. Okay. You can use our African print for color blocking.
And like the one I'm putting on right now, it has the blue at the front of it, because I was actually thinking, how did you manage to fix this? Because there's I don't have a yellow, because to my own sense, if I want to put on this, but you are going to correct me today, I would love this yellow to be at the to be here, since I have the yellow all over the place. I would just want the yellow to be at the middle.
Okay.
You understand? But what you're trying to tell us, it doesn't really matter.
What I'm trying to say is this is high fashion.
Oh.
This is high fashion. You go out of your comfort zone. Daring. Okay? It's the way, it's the attitude. How do you wear the colors? Okay? Do you wear it? Like now it suits your skin tone. Okay? You are not looking, this is I'm here. You're not looking like a rainbow.
So
you're not looking
this is I'm here.
I'm here. There's a cloth that
take note about I'm here.
This is I am here.
Okay. What I just want you to do now is for you to tell us the kind of colors that goes with our skin types.
Okay.
You understand? Because we are Africans. And a lot of Africans, we are dark. We don't have the fair people. So just give us the color that goes with our skin type for the dark people, and also for the fair people, the kind of colors that goes with us.
Okay. For dark, like ebony, that is not that dark, well, as in chocolate. You go for colors that you love. Red, pink, and blue. We have cobalt blue.
Cobalt blue?
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. Then we have royal blue. We have green. We have turquoise.
So what about for the fair people?
The fair people, the fair people, this thing about the fair people. Pink normally you look good on them. Pink.
I thought black is better.
No, it's good. It's the shade of the pink that matters. The shade of, we have so many colors. If I start listing that, I won't live here. So you're just finding the color that will suit your skin. But the most important thing is to find a neutral color that will blend well with your skin. Then you can get away with any other colors that you mix with it. That's
so
just it.
What you need is to get a neutral color that will always cool the rest colors you put on
and it should be more. It should be more. You see me putting on this gold, I know that just imagine me putting a very sharp color like this sharp yellow. Like me, I don't like putting on yellow. I think it's too sharp for my skin. I don't look good in yellow.
So everyone has to find out the color that goes with your
the one
skin,
you are comfortable with.
And the way you wear it matters a lot.
The way you wear it matters.
Thank you very much, Miss
Daisy Ogodo, or for Daisy Couture.
For Daisy Couture. That's a very beautiful one coming from our designer we have for you today. The program is Arise Africa, and wherever you're watching us from today in Africa, remember that it's not about the color, it's not about your skin type, but the way you wear it. That is what matters. So if you're blending two or more colors together, please mind the way you wear it, because the way you wear it is the key word here today. The program is Arise Africa, and it still continues. Don't go away.
What an eye-opener from Miss Odaisy. For you to have a chic, classic and elegant look, you have to fit well what permits your skin, going beyond your comfort zone. Joe, what do you think about that?
There is something that puzzled me, and I'm going to talk about that. She said it's not about the color, but the way you wear, the way you carry it, that is what matters a lot. So if you're putting on a crazy color, yellow, green, blue, red, the way you carry yourself, that's what matters, and the combination. But it's not about the ladies' word. It can also go for male too. What you're wearing is good. You have the purple and you have the black. She was talking about neutral colors. When you have too many colors, you should go for a neutral color to cool whatever you're wearing. That is what matters, you understand? And also, the way you carry yourself, that is the beauty of it.
So we're moving straight to our next segment, is the health corner. And we have something very special, Joy. Can you guess what we have? I spoke about it earlier, I think so.
You are the master.
Okay, we are talking about tomatoes. We are going to be talking about tomatoes, but not just what you've heard of before, because of course to the average man out there, you eat tomatoes every day, but we are going to be looking at the health benefits of tomatoes, what it does in the body, and why we should eat more tomatoes.
All right, so just sit back and relax as we take you through the tips on tomato food.
Tomatoes, often considered a vegetable, though in actuality is a citrus fruit. Now, tomatoes is an incredibly versatile food. They are delicious when eaten raw, and also when used in salads and sandwiches, and they take on a wonderful sweetness when cooked. Their high acid content makes them a perfect food for canning. Tomatoes are such an important part of the American diet that it's hard to believe that they were once considered toxic. It wasn't until the mid-1800s that they became a staple food. The numerous studies have concluded that the more tomatoes people eat, the lower their risks of certain cancers, especially lung, stomach, and prostate cancers. A substance called lycopene, which is responsible for tomatoes' red color, is thought to be the reason for this cancer protective effect. Processed tomatoes contain even more lycopene than raw ones. The process of cooking breaks down the cell walls, helping to release the lycopene. Eating tomatoes with a little bit of fat, such as olive oil, helps lycopene to be better absorbed by the body. Tomatoes are high in important antioxidants such as vitamin C and vitamin A. These vitamins work to fend off DNA damage from free radicals. Consequently, tomatoes may help to ward off age-related diseases such as atherosclerosis and diabetes. Tomatoes contain important nutrients such as niacin, folate, and vitamin B6 that are associated with the reduction of the risk of heart disease. One study found that women who ate 7 to 10 servings of tomato products per week had a 29% lower risk of cardiovascular disease than women who consumed less than a serving and a half of tomato products each week. Results were even more impressive when the women ate oil-rich tomato products. Apart from its health benefit to humans, its economic importance is on the increase every year. So get used to the tomato food and enrich your health. The program still continues.
You're welcome back. The program is still Arise Africa on African Broadcasting Network, and we just took you through her tips on tomato food. And something actually puzzled me, Timmy. You know, where you were talking about some of the health benefits of tomato, and you made mention of cancer.
Yes.
That it can actually lower the risk of cancer.
The lycopene content in the tomatoes, it helps a lot to curb or to reduce the risk of cancers in humans. So when you consume more tomatoes in your diet, raw or cooked, anyone goes, but it really helps a lot, so we should eat more of it. That lycopene is what makes the tomato red, so it really does help. So promise next time when the guy takes you out and maybe buys you suya with some slice of tomatoes, please eat more tomatoes and leave the suya for him. Yeah, very important.
Thank you, Timmy, for that health tips you gave to us on tomato food. And ladies out there, if you're about to eat the suya, don't forget to take more of the tomato on it, because it's good for your health. The program is Arise Africa, and if you're just joining us, I'm so sorry, because this is where we're going to draw the curtain of today's episode. But don't forget, there are more programs that will be coming up after Arise Africa.
Don't forget to keep a date with us.
This is the part where we always say goodbye, even though we don't like saying it, but we definitely have to.
My name is Joy Osai.
And I'm Temi Akwirene.
And I'm Promise Okoyade.
And together
we'll say bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
My name is Joy Asai. Join me at this time on the program Arise Africa.
Name is Ilio Ogonimu. Join me at this time on the program Ask the Doctor.
Hello everyone, my name is Julia Abuza Ijogu. Join me at this time on African Broadcasting Network watching the Young Eagles Club.